If troubles, sorrows, or failures are persistent in your life, perhaps you too are holding a piece of meat in your beak that attracts all your difficulties. This story is for every person who wants peace but is not ready to let go. After all, what is that one thing you can let go of to change your life? To find out, be sure to watch this video until the end. Once upon a time, a crow found a large piece of meat. He held the piece in his beak and started flying. He was looking for a tree where he could sit peacefully and eat the meat. While he was still searching, a flock of eagles suddenly started chasing him. Seeing this, the crow became very scared. He worried for his life, thinking the eagles might kill and eat him. To escape them, he began to fly higher and faster, but the flock of eagles continued to chase him. The crow was getting exhausted from flying. As he passed by a village, he noticed a sage sitting under a tree. Frightened and panicked, the crow immediately went to the sage and said, "Oh, wise man, please save my life. These eagles are after me. They want to kill me." The sage opened his eyes, looked at the crow, and said gently, "Don't worry, my friend. I will tell you the solution. Do this. The large piece of meat you are holding in your beak, just drop it, let it go, and then see what happens." But the crow did not want to let go of the piece of meat. He wanted to savor and eat it. Meanwhile, the flock of eagles got closer. Seeing this, the crow flew again and started soaring even higher into the sky. But the eagles kept chasing him. After a while, when the crow could fly no higher and the eagles were about to reach him, he finally decided to follow the sage's advice. He dropped the piece of meat from his beak. The crow was astonished to see that, as soon as the piece of meat fell toward the ground, the flock of eagles stopped chasing him and swooped down after the meat instead. The crow breathed a sigh of relief. It was then he understood that the eagles were never after him. They were after the piece of meat. They never wanted to take his life. The crow returned to the sage and said, "Wow, wise man, your advice saved my life." Friends, if we look at our own lives, we will realize that just as the piece of meat in the crow's beak was the real cause of its trouble, certain things in our lives also trouble us. As soon as the crow let go of the meat, the eagles stopped chasing it, and it was out of danger. In the same way, our bad habits are the real cause of our sorrows. But we think that perhaps those habits give us happiness, so we don't want to let them go. We must remember that until we let go of these bad habits, we will not be able to get rid of our troubles. For example, if someone has an upset stomach but still doesn't give up the habit of eating junk food, how can they get well? They too are like the crow, wanting to get rid of the illness while holding on to the piece of meat. Similarly, if a lazy person wants to be successful, how can they succeed until they let go of their laziness? Or consider someone in a toxic relationship, a relationship that is a source of sadness and pain for them. This relationship could be with a family member, a friend, or a romantic partner. Now, this relationship is a source of stress, anxiety, and pain. Out of fear of being alone, the fear of loneliness, the person is not willing to leave the relationship and keeps tolerating the stress. But as soon as they let go of that relationship, their sorrows will disappear on their own. In this story, that piece of meat represents a bad habit, a bad memory, or a bad relationship of ours. And the eagles are like the sorrows and pains that keep chasing us, and they will continue to do so, making our lives difficult until we let go of that memory, that bad relationship, or that bad habit. Friends, always remember life itself is not painful or sad. Rather, we ourselves make our lives sorrowful. We are the ones who hold on to the cause of the pain, and that is why our pain never leaves us. And in life, learn something new. Think something new and do something new every day. Keep learning.